Om Shanti. English avyakt versions. 24th of October 1971. Do you continue to move along whilst stabilized in your original form, in your original homeland, in your original religion, in your elevated action, and in your elevated stage? At the present time, only with your original stage will you be able to overcome all situations, that is able to pass with honors. If you just remember the one word self, Swa, you will automatically remember your original form, Swaroop, your original religion, Swadharma, and your original homeland, Swadesh. So, can you not remember the one word self? All the souls need to be mad to stabilize themselves in their original form and original religion, and to become residents of their original land. So for whatever task you are instrument, or for whatever task you have incarnated, if you know your task and your own self, it is possible to forget it. In today's world, would people forget their task whilst engaged in their profession? Does a doctor forget his work as a doctor whilst carrying out his activities, whilst eating, drinking, and doing many other things? It is the duty of you Brahmins, whose birth and action it is to stabilize all souls in their original form and original religion. So, can the Brahmins, the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, forget their own duty? Secondly, when something stays constantly with you or in front of you, can you forget that? What is it that is extremely close to you and is constantly with you? What stays extremely close and is constantly with the soul? The body. Because the body is constantly with the soul, it is constantly remembered, is it not? Even whilst trying to forget it, you cannot forget it. Similarly, you stays extremely close and constantly with you, elevated souls. Bapdada is constantly with you and in front of you. If the body that stays with you is never forgotten, why do you forget the Father who is so close to you? What do you complain about at the present time? That you forget to remember Baba. You cannot forget the body and bodily relations that have been with you for many births. So why should you forget the one from whom you receive the attainments of all treasures, the one who is constantly with you? Should you remember the one who uplifts you, or the one who makes you fall? If you remembered someone who made you stumble, even by mistake, you would remove that one from your mind, would you not? So why do you forget the one who uplifts you? When Brahmins stabilize themselves in their original stage, in the elevated awareness of the self, they can also enable others to stabilize themselves. All of you are now instruments with the Father for this task. What desire and hope has each soul had over a long period of time? They have had the desire for a long time to go to the land of Nirvana, the land of liberation. You Brahmins are the instruments to carry out the task of fulfilling the long lost desires of all of those souls. Until you create such a stage, how will you be able to fulfill this task? If you don't fulfill your own desire to attain liberation, soul world, and liberation in life, golden age, at this time, then how will you enable the desires of others to be fulfilled? What is the real experience of liberation and liberation in life? Whilst in liberation, you will be beyond experiencing anything, and whilst in liberation in life, how could you truly experience liberation in life, since you are ignorant then of what a life of bondage is? However, you can experience the inheritance of liberation and liberation in life that can be claimed from the Father at this time. You can know the stage of nirvana or the stage of liberation at this time. So you have to experience liberation and liberation in life now. Only when you yourself have experienced liberation and liberation in life will you be able to give liberation to other souls. Only then will you be able to give the pass to go to their home, their kingdom, that is to go through the gates of heaven. Until you Brahmin souls give other souls the pass to go through the gates, they will not be able to pass through them. There will be a very long queue in front of you of those who want to claim a gate pass to go through the gates of liberation and liberation in life. If you take long in giving them a gate pass, the time will become too late. Therefore, by constantly stabilizing yourself in your original form and original religion, and by considering yourself to be a resident of the original land, you will be able to take any soul beyond in 1 second with 1 second's drishti. With your benevolent attitude, you will be able to give energy. You will be able to give every soul a gate pass by giving them awareness. Desperate souls will come to you, elevated souls, to ask for the donation of the fulfillment in 1 second of their hopes of many births. Have you accumulated so much of all the powers that, whilst being a master almighty authority, you can enable those souls to attain success through the method of 1 second? Since science with the power of creation is day by day becoming virtuous over time and is attaining success in every task in a very short time, so that as soon as you switch something on, the task is accomplished. Cannot you, the master creators, with your power of silence and all powers, enable others to attain success with the method of 1 second? There is now a need for this elevated service. Become such servers and godly helpers. The godly intoxication in your eyes helps God, because souls have now become tired from having to make many types of endeavor over many births, and they now wish to attain success without having to make efforts. Success means salvation. Who accept you, elevated souls, can quench the thirst of the tired and thirsty souls, who will enable them to attain success. Would any other souls apart from you be able to do this? Can you remember your elevated task, which you have carried out many times? The more elevated you make your stage, the more you will hear the sounds of souls coming out, calling out, the sound of people invoking you, goddesses, and you will see the faces of desperate souls who are totally lost and tired. You saw the example of the experience of Sakar Baba at the beginning of establishment. Did Baba ever stop anything except to just serve souls everywhere? Did Baba see anything but service? In the same way, you must become totally absorbed in enabling souls to attain success, and you will then be saved from wasting your time and your accumulated energy over trivial matters, and you will continue to accumulate. When you are able to serve souls of the unlimited with your powerful attitude in a second, why do you waste time in little limited things? Remain in the unlimited, and then limited things will automatically finish. All of you waste time in limited matters, and you then wish to stabilize yourself in the unlimited. However, that time has now gone. Now remain constantly engaged in unlimited service, and limited things will then automatically finish. You tell all other souls, that to waste their time in performing devotion is like the waste of time in playing with dolls, because the time for devotion is now finishing. You tell others this, do you not? So why do you waste your time in trivial limited things, which are just like a game of dolls? This too is a game of dolls in which there is no attainment. It is a waste of time and waste of energy. So the Father also says this game of dolls is about to finish. For instance, if a new fashion has started and someone continues with the old fashion, what would you call them? What would you call that? So to waste your time over trivial matters is the old fashioned. You must not do that anymore. You tell others to handle situations according to the present time, not according to the past. You say so and so handles things in an old fashioned way, or so and so handles things according to the present time. When handling yourself, it should not be old fashioned. Just as you do not like to handle others in an old fashioned way, why do you then continue to handle yourself in an old fashioned way even now? Now celebrate the day of transformation. A group of those who have a planning intellect has come today. So the planning group is being given a new plan. Just as the government celebrates special days in the same way, you have come here. So celebrate the day of transforming the effort of handling yourself from the old way. However, it should not of the limited but of the limited. It should not of the limited but of the unlimited. You have come to Madhuban, the land of the sacrificial fire. There is a fire in a yajna. When anything is put into a fire, it molds very quickly, so that you can make the form of something into whatever you choose. You have come to this yajna, and so you can very easily make yourself into whatever you choose. Om Shanti.